Hi guys, so today I want to share another story with you. Today I want to talk about 90 Day Fiance, Jay Smith being deported back to Jamaica, plus Ashley Martson's reaction, then a very quick recap of last night's episode. So last night's episode of 90 Day Fiance was insane, people. I mean, it was wild. It was like watching a WWE match without a damn referee. I mean, it was crazy. And the sick part is, I loved every minute of it. But I will say, I think the craziest storyline of the night would have to be Jay and Ashley. It was insane. So Jay's only friends in the state of Pennsylvania ratted him out. They had a deep conversation with Ashley in which they informed her that Jay cheated on her. He apparently had some kind of sex in the bathroom with some woman, and the owner was upset about it, and then he got into a fist fight with Jay. They showed Ashley that evidence, and she was absolutely devastated. She ended up putting Jay out and vowing to have him deported. So, did she keep up with her promise? And the answer to that is yes. So right now, these two are estranged. They do not speak. Even though Jay has asked her several times to withdraw the filing, she did not. And now she's giving us an update on Jay's deportation status. She says, he will be deported August 7th unless he runs, which is what I assume he's probably planning. The thing that's really frustrating is he's here illegally now. I did file for his adjustment of status, and then 2 weeks later, he screwed up again, so I withdrew it. She goes on to say, immigration has already been here to arrest him. They know where he works. I mean, obviously, if they come to my house at this point, I'm going to tell them where he is. So I'm not sure why he's still sticking around, because we got a letter 3 weeks ago saying he has an active warrant for his arrest. She goes on to say that Jay even asked her, can he pay her to withdraw the divorce? And while last night it was absolutely heartbreaking to watch, you don't want to see any woman getting their heart broke like that. I mean, the tears, no one could actually look at Ashley cry like that and not feel any type of empathy for her. But I will go on to say part of this is Ashley's fault. And I'm really not trying to blame the victim here. I mean, hands down, Ashley is the victim. But she actually made a couple of mistakes herself. I mean, in my opinion, if you were to ask me. And one of the major mistakes that she made was she took a 20-year-old kid, 20, okay, and tried to make him a husband and a stepdad. Now, I would compare that to me taking my 7-year-old son and making him the CEO of my company. Now, I love my son, but he's 7. He doesn't have the developed brain cells yet to handle any kind of company. Hell, he could hardly say all of his ABCs, and I expect him to run my company. This is what Ashley did, people. Jay is 20 years old. You tried to turn him into a grown man, and he's just not. And then you ignored the warning signs. One very strong warning sign would have been, what's his dad's name? Skins. You know, his sister clearly said the dad grew up cheating. Well, then, most likely, if your mom's a crackhead, you might try the crack too sometimes. And so it was just a bad relationship to begin with. And even though it was really hard to watch, I will say there wasn't a dull moment on the show. I feel bad because, she's really in a lot of pain here. But, I mean, it was really good. It was entertaining. Is that bad? Then there was Pal and Russ, and listen, in all honesty, Pal scared the living daylights out of me. Even though I have 2 children, 2, so I've been through childbirth before, but never at home, okay, in my bathtub or some, makeshift kids pool. Like I was at a hospital with doctors asking for an epidural, and then when that didn't work, I asked for a Stadol. I mean, I didn't want to feel any pain whatsoever. I mean, it was just painful to watch. I mean, Pal actually reminded me of Laura Croft. You know how, Laura Croft just won't die? Pal was like, ugh! She just took it like a champ and pushed that baby out. It had to be the most painful thing I ever seen, even though I'm a mother myself. Then there was Colt and Larissa, and I have to say, watching Colt and Larissa was just as painful as watching Pal. I mean, these two absolutely do not belong together. This is a marriage made from hell. And at this point, I can't even say who's right or who's wrong. they just need to split immediately. But at this point in the season, Colt is still hanging on. He wants his marriage to work. I don't know why. I mean, she's being absolutely mean to him. I mean, I would be too. You can't put my ass in jail and expect me to continue to work things out with you. And even stranger than that is he called the cops on her. She gets arrested. He goes to the jail to pick her up. Like, it's just the damnedest thing. I mean, back in my fighting days, I never beat the hell out of my classmates and then expected them to bail me out of jail. But, I guess that's how their relationship works. It's really awkward and it's draining the hell out of poor little Deb, who I love. I mean, these two, it was good to watch. I know something's wrong with me. I love mass confusion. And last night, Colt and Larissa gave me mass confusion. But only to be outdone by Andre and Elizabeth. No, I gotta correct that. Andre and Elizabeth. Andre actually took his rent money to buy a ticket to go meet his dad, who was having a hard time with his flights. And Andre thought that would be dangerous and very difficult for him because he doesn't speak the language. So while I commend the action, of wanting to go and help his dad, who's a grown man, by the way, but did you really have to take the rent money? Now, with that being said, it doesn't change the fact that this is still one of my favorite shows. Like, I'm all in. I cannot help myself, people. It's like quicksand for me. I cannot get out of it. So you know what that means. I'll be back next week with more updates on 90 Day Fiance. In the meantime, what I want to know today in my comment section is, who thinks Andre and Elizabeth is headed down the same road as Colt and Larissa and Jay and Ashley, the road called divorce? Who thinks that this is where this relationship is headed? Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification button for more stories like these. Until next time, talk to you then. Bye.